Hello everyone, I'm Lauren Alonzo. For my individual project, I decided to discuss privacy issues in the global arena of culture, social, and legal aspects around the world. What is privacy? Before discussing privacy issues, it is important to understand what it is. Privacy is defined as the condition or state of being free from being observed by others. The particular privacy we'll be discussing is your online presence. Around 4.4 billion people around the world actively use social media. It has become a great way to communicate with one another and join communities. Unfortunately, social media has also become a target for hacking. One way is through the use of data mining. Data mining is the action of retrieving and analyzing massive amounts of data. One of the main goals of data mining is to find patterns within the data. The information can be used for marketing and fraud detection. There are some risks for us consumers. The gathered information can potentially be misused or stolen. This information can consist of your search history, posts, and etc. For example, when you create a social media account, it has to provide your name, date of birth, location, and personal interests. This information can seem unimportant but can be harmful in the wrong hands. One of the most recent examples of this issue is the Facebook information leak in 2021. The personal information of over 533 million Facebook members around the world were leaked on a hacking forum. The leaked information was composed of user ID, full name, date of birth, phone number, and email addresses. This sudden breach of personal information came as a shock and brought up many concerns. At the time, a lot of people were unaware that their data was even being stored. There are also more discreet ways of gathering information, such as applications that turn on your smart device's microphone or track your location when you're in use, which raises the question of who exactly has access to our sensitive information and what precautions are being taken in order to protect it. This has brought tension between users, companies, and the government. Users are losing trust in companies with personal information, so they turn to the government in order to regulate them. Different countries have different systems for handling privacy, which has a direct effect on culture. The United States has a privacy branch of security to handle data, but there are no national set laws. The UK data privacy is regulated by the Information Commissioner's Office. There are set laws requiring complete transparency about companies' intentions for personal consumer data. The European Union uses the General Data Protection Regulation in order to protect citizens from unlawful use of collected data. China has a bill called the Standardization Administration of China that provides guidelines on users' consent, data access, data protection, and obligations. A recent example of difference in cultures was shown in the recent announcement of the metaverse. The metaverse is a virtual 3D world that is mostly going to be used for social connecting. It can be considered the rebranding of Facebook. The connection the metaverse has with Facebook raises some alarms due to previous incidents. After the reveal, the UK government stated some online strict rules that are going to come in the future. These rules can lead to billions in potential fees. On the other hand, the US government has yet to make any announcement or show any concern when it comes to the metaverse. The legal system can be viewed as a direct reflection of culture and social values. The United States currently only has minor state or local privacy regulations. There are no national privacy laws currently in the United States. With that in mind, we are able to see that the U.S. does not stress the security of personal information. The United Kingdom has a more concrete law set that are upheld by the UK General Data Protection Regulation. The Data Protection Act of 2018 states that you have the right to know the information the government or organizations keep of you. It also states that all information taken must be fairly used, and the purpose has to be explicit, and the information must only be held as long as necessary. These guidelines help ensure that sensitive personal information will not be misused. China has an extreme approach to privacy. The system in place is composed of 3 pillars: the personal information law, cybersecurity law, and data security law. Internet in China has never been very private until the PIPL, or the Personal Information Law, was established in late 2021. Before then, the government kept an extreme close eye on all information. The new law aids with unauthorized data trade, but is still linked closely to the government interest. We can see 2 extremes between the United States and China. The United States has very miniature laws pertaining to privacy, and China has numerous laws and systems revolving around privacy. The systems the government have in place have a direct influence on culture and social standards. It is important to apply ethics to various parts of our lives. Ethics is moral principles that conducts a person's behavior. With that in mind, what companies or people choose to do with gathered information is what determines if it's ethical or not. For example, leaking an individual or group sensitive information would be considered unethical. A company using your online data to show you products you might be interested in can be seen as ethical. In the matters of privacy, there is a fine line between ethical and unethical. It is crucial for individuals to be aware of what is happening and have given consent beforehand. Due to the extreme use of the internet, this issue will not be going away. People must become more aware and draw their own conclusion on the matter. Individuals can choose to take extra precautions to create a more private internet experience, or be more thoughtful of the things they do on the internet, whether that is on social media or on search engines. There are measures you can take in order to make your information a little more secure, such as using a virtual private network, or VPN. A VPN is a service that establishes an encrypted, secure connection between you and the internet. It is important to be aware of what's going on and make your own decisions.